Great. All right, we're recording. Hello, everybody. I'm back in my room again. Oh, my backpack. Let me put my backpack away. Whatever. It's not a big deal. So today's video is going to be, well, I think I'm going to title the video, What is Happiness? And, in this video, I'm not going to claim to sort of have the answer or whatnot, but maybe share some of my perspective and maybe you can help you gain an idea of what to aim for to get happiness. um, and maybe you guys will be able to help me figure it out. Right, this is some goal. This is a something people strive for, is happiness in life. And I will say I believe it's totally within. Happiness is 100% within. You can't buy happiness. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you got to be rich before you can say something like that. And I'm not necessarily rich. I have enough money. I mean, I live at my parents' house, so um, I don't have a lot of expenses either. But you know, recently, in these past few days, maybe the past weeks, couple weeks, um, I've been back and forth between like very depressed and then like, oh, I'm happy. This is what happiness is. And so I kind of want to share, what is the happiness part for me? Um, so to me, as I said, it's within, and it's also, well, actually, I'm almost contradicting myself right here. So I was just about saying, I was just saying, oh, it's all within, but what I'm about to share is mostly, experiences, um, generally with family, um, like just talking with family, doing some activity, and that has been like, okay, I want more of that, right? So to me, happiness is like these experiences, spiritual, emotional, whatnot, and then to have a life filled with happiness, you just have to fill it with these experiences. And so let me share a few examples. So, like all real examples. So, like for example, walking my dog. It's a very happy experience. Like my dog's happy. I'm just out there walking him. I gotta pick up his crap when he poos. I mean, that's like annoying, I guess, but overall the experience is a good experience. And just saying hi to my mom after finishing work, like just simply I go to the house and then I say hi, and she's like, hello, how's work? And that's, it's always the same, but that's a good experience. Like, I think people nowadays maybe underestimate these experiences or feel that there is something more to happiness, that they're not reflecting on those experiences as happy. They're just, I don't know, maybe they're not even recognized. They're not given the recognition that they deserve. Um, Potentially. Another interesting experience that I was very happy about was like my sister was watching this anime. It's called Kuroko's Basketball, which I had suggested to her after. Well, it was a funny little topic. She was watching a K drama, and I was like, "Why are you watching K dramas?" No offense, no offense. Uh, so I was like, "Why are you watching K dramas?" And I was like, she was gonna start playing soccer this year again, and I was like, yeah, what about this soccer anime? So I was gonna try and find Captain Tsubasa, I think is what the anime is called for soccer, but it's not on Netflix, at least Canadian Netflix. And so I was like, okay, well, Kuroko's basketball is also a sport. So I was just having my lunch. I was on my lunch break. I work from home, so I was just having my lunch break, And that's when I, saw her watching K dramas, and we went through that conversation, and I was like, well, I'm gonna watch one episode of this Kuroko's Basketball. I've seen the first season before, a long time ago. Um, However, I just wanted to show it to her and maybe see the first episode again. And so I had my lunch. I watched the first episode. First episode was done. I left, and then when I finished work at the end of the day, she was just binge watch the Kuroko's Basketball, um, and like was on episode 15 or something crazy. And I was like, wow. And she's still watching it, so she's not quite done the show yet. Maybe she's almost done season 2, and every season is 25 episodes. Um, but anyway, what was like this happy moment was being able to discuss the anime, so without spoiling anything. If you're into anime, you're into like basketball at all. Even if you're not into basketball, you could enjoy this. Um, there's these 5. It's about high school basketball, but there's this middle school basketball team. They called them the Generation of Miracles. And, you know, there was 6 of them, and they all have this like unique ability. And they all have a unique hair color, which is, uh, for example, one guy has green hair. This can't be a spoiler. One guy has green hair, but it's like green hair, eyebrows, eyes, everything. Like, well, I guess really just those. The eyebrows, the hair, and the eyes are all the same color. But anyway, there's 6 of them, all unique hair color, all unique basketball ability. And then to discuss like with her, oh, this is who was that guy again? Like what was his ability again and whatnot, and to kind of talk about like the matches between the schools, between the teams. It's like, oh yeah, who won that? Oh, that was cool when he did that move and whatnot. And all we were doing was talking about an anime, but that was a very happy moment. Or at least when I reflect upon it, I was like, oh yeah, I want. To me, a happy moment is um, when you have a good experience and you're like, well, I would like more of that experience. Um, I have one last little experience to share. So I sometimes go to a local like elementary school playground in the evenings. Okay. And I just go there, do like some pull-ups and mostly just pull-ups. But one day I went there and then somebody was there, and there's like a couple places to do pull-ups, but I think he was using like the best bar um, to do pull-ups on. So I had kind of also wanted to try and do some things like go out of my comfort zone. So normally maybe I would just avoid uh, talking to a stranger. Um, but this time I saw him on the bar, so I knew I wanted to use that bar as well. So I kind of just right away went up to him. It was maybe a little awkward at the start, just say, hey, hey, because he was wearing like headphones, listening to music, so he didn't really hear me. Well, he wouldn't hear me if I just said, hey, are you there? Hello. So no, I kind of like stepped in front of his view while he had just finished a set of pull-ups, and just say hey, and then I kind of like tried to strike up some small talk conversation, like, oh yeah, you into calisthenics? How long you been doing the calisthenics? And he said, oh, no, I'm not really that interested in calisthenics, but I don't know, he just wanted to do some workouts while not going or paying for a gym membership. And uh, so yeah, I just struck up a conversation with him, and we talked. We alternated, like swapped in for sets of pull-ups, and then it turns out that we had gone to the same middle school, and we're the same age, and so we were in the same grade all throughout middle school, and then he went to a different high school than me, but he remembered me like from middle school after I told him my name was Justin. Um, no, I didn't remember him from middle school, but he remembered me, and so uh, we were able to like talk about it a little bit. See, oh, you remember this person from middle school? You remember this teacher? whatnot, just like reminiscing about middle school days, talk about high school a tiny bit, talk about fitness a little bit. Just, yeah, a random stranger. I had the guts to just approach him. And then, wow, it turns out, um, we were able to sort of bond over talking about pull-ups and fitness and a little bit about middle school. And this is something that, most of my life I probably would not have tried to talk to a stranger. I might have even decided, oh, I'll come back at a later time to do my pull-ups where I can be alone. And then, yeah, then I went home and I just told my mom, hey, mom, when I went to the school, did my pull-ups, there was somebody from middle school that remembered me. And so that was a funny little experience. Um, so yeah. What is happiness? Again, I don't claim to know the answer. This is for me. Um, I don't even know if this, like, a life filled with these experiences would be the best life, the happiest life for me. Um, but in these past, I don't know, 4 days, let's say, I've experienced all those things. And so I would say, like when I reflect on just short term these past 4 days, those are what made me like happy. Um, and so, yeah, anyway, it's good to do some self reflection. I hope that maybe this helped you shed some light that happiness is probably from within, maybe from the experiences you have, but you most likely can't buy happiness. Well, hey, who knows? I guess, right? Who knows? Anyway, I think that I'll end that there. Before I end this video, though, one thing I would like to ask from you guys if you're watching, is to share in the comments below any experiences you're willing to share. Like, oh yeah, you know what? I have had these similar, seemingly small experiences, but I remember them and they make me happy. So if you want to share those down below in the comments, that would be great. I'd love to read them, respond to them. I have, yeah. Anyway, I'd like to see that. So that'll be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.